Okay. Now come next, write function 4.js. Right inside first function with required parameter. Write a function. Any method you follow, either first, second, or third, no problem. Third, most people will not write. Either first or third people will write. Okay. Second method, mostly people will not write. Function one, I'll write here. Taken the value of created one variable A, one more variable called B. Okay. A and B. Then wrote a line for where C equal to A plus B. B. Last, this function console.log E comma B comma addition is C. A comma B, the addition is C. So what it will say? If you are passing the value of A is a 10, value of B is a 20, so it will say 10 comma 20, addition is 30. That will be as a output. Call the function one 10 comma 20. See once. Okay. So it should give the addition is 10, 20, the addition is 30. But sometime, if you call this function without any input, what it will return? Check now. Addition of two undefined will be NaN. A and B, you are not passing the values, so A and B become an undefined variable. And addition of A and B undefined to variable will be as a NaN. So it say you NaN, not a number, not a number. NaN, not a number. So how to write a function in such a way where if you pass the value, then it will give the output according to your given value. If you will not pass any value, it should give the output as a default value. You will write below function 2. Make A equal to anything null or 0. B equal to anything null or 0. C equal to Again, anything null or zero. Okay, come down. Write again where d equal to a plus b plus c. The addition of a plus b plus c is d. ABC addition is d. One separator I added here between the first function, second function, one separator. Okay, come down. Call the function 2. One comma 2 comma 3. Call the function 2. Maybe 1 and 2. Call the function 2. Maybe only 1. Call the function with no value. In all the cases, it will not say NaN because the variable what you defined, you have kept by default as a 0. Okay. What is the output? According to input or something else? 1 to 3 is 6. 1 to 0, 3. 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. Okay, so based on given input, it's giving the output. So this becomes a function with optional parameters. If you are not passing, then also okay. If you are passing, then also okay. We'll go for the next example. That will be not function, will be array. Array combined with function. Create next file. File name called array1.js. 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 Okay, first understand why we create the array. Okay, like suppose you can look into this file, you can write later. You have one value, you can create a variable a and store, suppose 10. You have one more value. You will create one more variable b and store. Okay, you have one more variable. Suppose apple that will store under the c variable. Assume you have one more value. You store under the d variable. But question is how many value and how many variable? This will go till where? Okay. Right? Sometime when you look into the bus booking from Bangalore to Hyderabad or Bangalore to somewhere, if you search, it will display 100 buses. Sometime it will display 5 buses. Sometime it will display no buses. Right? So there, how that variable work? You see the data no inside the loop. When you search, it will display 100 bus. Means inside somewhere 100 record was there. One for loop has run and 100 record displayed. Right? Sometime it will say 0 record. Reason is that variable is not a static variable like us. That variable is dynamic variable. Okay. And in only one variable, there will be data of entire page. Entire page, whatever the content is there, all will be inside one variable only. Okay. So assume you have 5 items, you created 5 variable. If you have 10 items, no problem, you can create 10 also. If you have 26 items, you can create 26 variable. But if you have 200 items, how many variable you will create? We will forget which variable and what is the value. Forget or not? We'll forget easily in which variable, which value you have stored. Right? That problem is not under your JavaScript only. That problem is available in okay. So suppose we have lot of values, we cannot create lot of variables. So in that case, your every programming language has given a concept called array. Create a variable in such a way where one variable will hold lot of values. Okay. And according to need, you can increase also, and according to need, you can decrease also. Whichever you want, you can modify, and whichever you want, you can delete, whichever you want, you can add. But system will keep all the values separate. Okay. That is called what? Array. Now, how to create that? Let's see. Structure of the array. Normal definition, internet definition is array is a collection of number. Normal definition here from internet. Array is a collection of search. Okay. Array is a collection of item of same data type stored in a continuous memory location. What is this? Array is a collection of same data type, same data type. But in JavaScript, this logic is completely different. Okay, one variable can hold number also, string also, all type of values it will store. So at this place, now what to say? Array is a collection of different data types. Huh? How you will manage interview, it's your job. Okay, how you are going to convince him? Array is a collection of similar data type. But in case suppose someone will say, but in JavaScript is not like that. Correct? In case, but in JavaScript, is it the same? Implement, then we'll come to know. Okay, come to the example. Collection of different data type. What here is written? Here is written collection of same data type. Okay. Okay, लिखते हैं भले. Let's write it. Create a variable, anything, call item. Item or anything, right? City, if you add, then you will add the city name. Then we'll say collection of similar data type. Okay. Item, not item, write something else. Huh? A is also fine. Okay. In college long back, 15 years before, some quiz was happening. So there was a quiz of something like technical words. Technical words. Like suppose you are saying int. So what is that? T. Ending with a T. Now use any technical word that start with a T. Okay. Clear? Then people will say something. One of my crazy friend, when our team started losing the game, then he's saying variable A. All the words was finished. Then he said like variable A. Okay. Then people ask all. There was a so multiple level of people was there. Everyone asked like, how can you say variable A? Then he says variable is free of anything. No, it can be any name. You wanted something should start with A, and that should be technical word, right? So the variable A that start from where? A only, that is also technical word, right? Okay, let's come. We can follow A only, no problem. Inside the A, we can store all type of value. Now let's see. First store some city name. Example, Bangalore. This becomes a string value. Next, after that, store 200. 200. That becomes a number value. Now right here call false. True also we can write. That's called as a Boolean. False we can write. It is also called as a Boolean. Alphanumeric we can write something. That is also a string only indirectly. Okay. Now we saw inside one variable we stored 2 as a string, 1 as a number, and 2 as a Boolean. But it will not throw any error. Come down. Okay. And now see a structure of the array. A structure of the array, how that look? Write here a comment call. Structure of array. Structure of array. Structure of array. We can write here a comment, multi-line comment, and inside that we can add like your array name. After that, it's called the index. And then after that, it will give you call as a element. Inside the array, we have this three word. What is that? Number one will be your array, that is called A. Then element, that is called your values. What values you have stored, and then it's called a index, their position. Okay. So now see, when you look into the structure of the array, then our array name is called A, and inside the A, the first value will not be available on one position. It will be available on 0 position. Then it will give you this one, called as a Bangalore. When you look into the next line, next position, what is that? 1 will come, it represent 200. Okay, 1 represent something, 2 represent something, 3 represent something, and 4 represent something. 4 we have or not? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 4, 5 we have total. Bangalore, after that 200 will come. After that here, row will come. Again, false will come. After that, apple will come. So this becomes the internal structure of your array, how it is holding the value. How it is holding the value. Right? Now come down. If you want to print any value from the array, so value will be called as an element. Whichever the value we have here, all will be called as a individual will be called as an element, and where it is stored, that will be called as an index position. Okay. Now, if you want to print assume called true, the question is where is the true? True is inside the A only, but what is the address of true? Available on 2. Correct. So it will give you the 0, 1, 2, right? Where is the last value? E of 4, but this is not soft code. E of 4 I have written here. So it is showing as a where 4. Apple will print there, no problem. But it is not soft code. It becomes a hard code. The reason is what? If I add here one more call, mango, then what will happen? Your code went wrong. Mango will come on. No, I have added. So that is still right only. If I delete, then what will happen? Error will come. That becomes a hard code right now. Okay. Right? Because one user is adding the value, maybe someone will delete the value, right? So when you are adding the value, that is okay. But when someone will delete the value and you are trying to call the deleted position, it will give you undefined index. Okay, come now. Console.log, you will write like this. We'll never say array of third, fourth, fifth. We'll say length minus 1 position. What will say? Whenever someone will ask how to get the last element of the array, we'll say length minus 1 position. Okay, length minus 1. So now how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? So, but here you saw, since starting from 0, so you will say something like this. A dot length, A dot, inside A you have to write A dot length -1. Inside the A, you are finding the length of A and then you are doing -1. A, inside the A, you will do A dot length -1. Now you add any element and delete any element. Always it will give you the last element only. If you add 100, it will give the last element. If you delete all, it will not give anything. What is the element you have inside the array? It will give you the last element, the last line what you have written. That is called soft code. It becomes a soft code. Check now. Add 1 or 2 values, then see what is happening. Inside the array, add 1 or 2 value and run this page. First you run like this, check whether both are giving the same output or different.
So if we add also receiving the last one.
Yes, if you add also, it will give the last one. If you delete also, it will give you the last one. Array 1. Array 1. So, apple 2 times. Now I'll go here and add one more call. Mango. It will give now apple mango. If you delete 2 from the last, then it will say undefined index. It will give you undefined index, saying undefined, because we are trying to access the fourth and fourth is not there. Okay, let's go next now. This file will leave. Create the next file. Array2.js file. Array2.js file. Array2.js. In that, we'll store the data in array and we'll try to read through for loop through. Okay, create a variable called city and store the some list of city name. Okay, next after this, try to read this element using the for loop. For loop is not made to print only 1 to 10. Using for loop, many things you are going to do. Variable I equal to 0. Why? Because we want to read from beginning. I less than how much? City dot length. CITY dot length. How many elements are available in city? That we don't know. It may increase or maybe decrease. Right? Then we will do plus plus. Right? Console.log. The city of I. City of I. Okay. Check now. Array 2. Printing all the values. Yes. Now do something where print the city in reverse order. Last should print first. Last print in the first. Read the data in descending order. We have for loop concept already, right? Descending order, how to read the data? कुछ भी कीजिए. Try anything. Read that content and display. First word should come. Kolkata should come.
We just enter the city of health to I and 0 to here and greater than and negative will be here.
Write something for where I equal to minus 1, I greater than equal to then minus minus come inside this one is city of I. It will give the record in descending order.
Why did we put -1 after the city length? -1.
City dot length. It should be city dot length only.
-1 means it will be showing like undefined. One variable is undefined. So -1 is good.
The city of land will be the land only now. Where is like.
That has come city dot length -1 has come from the last year of all experience. But you people are saying city dot length only.
Why we have to write like changing of the
No. I'm saying like in case if you want to print your array from the reverse, from the last, then how to read that? So you are saying I equal to city dot length -1 means indirectly you are capturing the last element. Last element take and print, and then from I -1 more. So where it will go? It will go to the Pune. Now print the Pune. Again -1 more. It will come to the Patna. Again -1 more. Go to the Mumbai. -1 more. Come to where? 0. Bangalore. After that loop terminate. Okay, hope written. Come now. Same list of array. Same list of array. Let's try it using the function in different file. Okay, not using this one function in different file. You can read the same array using some other technique. Some other technique like not only the for loop and do while, some other functions we have. So write call array 3.js, array 3.js. In that keep the same array and write a syntax for map function. Map function. It's called a listing function. How it works? Map function, how it works? Map function, how it works? Written. Now write here syntax for map. Syntax is array.map. Array.map. Inside that, you will use two parameters. The first parameter will be as a element and second parameter will be called as a index. Element and index. Element and index. After that, you will use here fat arrow, then curly bracket open close, and inside you will write the statement. How that work? You will write below a simple example. Our array name is called city. Array name is called city. Array name is city. Then you will apply the map function city.map. Twice this function symbol you can write. It has multiple way to write. We'll see all one by one. Now, in the city array, we have multiple elements. Map function, what it says? Map function says like how many elements you have inside the city array, that many time I will get call. So we have total 5 elements now. So the map function will call itself 5 times. What it will do next? When the map function will call first time, it will read the first element. That is called Bangalore. After reading the first element, it will split into two parts. That is called element and index. These both are variable name. These both are your parameter name. It can be A and B. It can be X and Y. It can be hello and hi. It can be anything. Okay. So what happened when the map will execute first? It will read the first element, that is called Bangalore, and split into two parts. Element will go to the element variable and their position will go to the where? Index. The value will go to the element and the position will go to the index. Okay. Next, after that, what you want to do of that index and position? Your wish. So you will be writing here console.log call as a element. Index is also required. We have to use the index also. Check now. It should work. It will print the value from the city array, read from the city array and print inside the page. Now, how many elements we have inside the array? 5 we have. Map function is going to call itself 5 times. And after that, every time, it will take only one element in sequence, and element it will split into two parts, their value and position. Value will go to the first, and the index will go to the where? Second. He said he will come.
Asking to like, I want to go a little early. She want to go a little early.
Tomorrow from here.
I want to come tomorrow.
But why he want to go early?
First, I think the travel is more. So if I can leave by 5:30, it would be okay. I thought we'll discuss with you by 11 come at 11.
He is in confusion actually. Okay, let him come. City.map. Right now, printing. So where is a plus plus? Where is a condition? Where is initialization? Anywhere? No. Just give your array to map. Map will take care of all, right? Okay. Give your array to map. Map will take care of all, right? Then you will ask when the code will become complex, when data will be huge, what people use? People use the for loop, do while, or map, or what they use, right? If you use the for loop, you have to remember where to start and where to end. Correct? How to increase and how to decrease. You have to maintain the variable, you have to maintain the position, everything. Correct? So this is called a listing function in JavaScript. Which function? Listing function. This is especially applicable for array. When you get the data in the form of array, then you will use it. Or when you will get the data in the form of object, then also you will use it. Okay. Now, when the data will come in array, when your front end communicate with the backend, and backend will communicate with the front end will send the request to backend, and backend will send the 20,000 records. Backend will send how much? 20,000 records in the form of object. Okay. Now that object will come to JavaScript. JavaScript will convert into object to array, and after converting into array, JavaScript will give entire array to the map. You take care now. Okay. Now map will execute as number of time element has come from the backend. Increment, decrement, no need to tension. Where to start, where to end, no tension. Everything will take care of built-in function. Okay. Similar way, for each will also work. But first to write map one more method. Okay. 3 methods are there. So this is one way you are writing. Another method is through the callback. Okay, map using the callback. People will ask you in interview, when you go for face-to-face, people will give your resume and your pen and they'll say, how map function will explain me. What is the callback method? Explain me. Okay. So now you can say, whenever the map word will come, people ask how the map function work and what is the map function. So map function is called a listing function in JavaScript. It used to iterate the data from the array. Okay. Or it used to read the data from array. Okay. First, you must mention the map is a listing function in JavaScript. It used to read the data from array. Okay. After that, in case the person is asking how the map function works, then we can say map function will call n number of time till the number of element we have inside the array. Now, map function will call how many times? Till the number of element we have inside the array. In every call, it takes the one element and split into two parts. Their value and position. Value will go to the first parameter, position will go to the second parameter. The value can have a nested array or object, that is the next matter. But it will split into two parts, element and index, right? Then they will ask, map function also work based on callback. Then you will get confused what is saying for a callback. Okay. Now suppose when someone will call you, then you will tell him, I will call you back. What is the meaning of that? You disconnect the call. After some time, I will call you. Means when he will call, not before his call, after his call. Understood or not? When you are writing the function, one function came printed for loop 1 to 10. Look at here. In this file, where is that? Here. Here. End of something, not in this, in this. Not even this. I think 2. Okay, you can see. When the for loop will come, it will print where to where? 1 to 10. And after the for loop, who will call? Console.log. So when the console.log is calling, in the beginning or last? Last, right? So when anyone asks what is a callback function, don't look into the very high-fi words. Okay. Say like after finishing a certain task, when I call another function, that will be called as a callback function. Okay. When I finish a certain functionality and at the end of the functionality, we call one more function to do the next task. So the second function will be called as what? Callback function. You're not calling in the beginning, where you are calling at the last. You are calling the back point. Okay. Come here. In this example, you may get some idea. Where is that? Array 3. Okay. Right here. Console.log. Okay. Map method only, everything same. Just copy and paste here. Copy and paste. And at this place, write a keyword call. Write a keyword call. Which keyword? Function. And remove the fat arrow key. Remove the fat arrow key. Written? Check now. It should work. Now see, first which function is calling? First is calling as a map only, no? First is calling as a map, and inside the map it's calling one more function, right? So first who will call? Which function will call? Inner level function or outer level function? First map will call, and after execution of once of the map, then what will happen? Inner level function will call. So this point become as a callback function. You are calling a function at the end point of a particular function. Okay. So there is no certain syntax for callback function. Okay. There is no certain syntax for the callback function. Callback function we can implement in multiple thousand ways. Okay. But logic should be in the mind. What is that? What is called a callback function? So callback function have no any certain syntax. Whenever after execution of a certain functionality, when you are going to call a function to do some other task, so this function will be called as a callback function. Okay, in the simple way, easy to understand. Try printing. Function 3, right? You know, that is also printing. We have one more method that we'll see tomorrow. But today it's overload. For one day it's over. This much is enough. Okay, so thank you.